when you in Discord.
I'm going to. I'm just saying I was going live. Calm yourself. Guess what? I'm live now, and I've got the game streaming for you. All right, calm your tits.
Oh man, I'm excited for this one. We might not finish this case today.
There's no way we're finishing this case today.
Oh.
We're finishing this one.
Is
that Herlock Sholmes I see? Is that a pipe I see?
No. Man,
hello,
what are the cases gonna be about this time?
The Titanic. Whoa!
Wait a second, really? The
Adventure of. Oh.
Of the unbreakable speckled band. It looks like a picture of the Titanic.
Small, dark room.
Ink.
Sholmes and I waited with bated breath.
Oh.
In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly,
Meow.
Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern's shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band. I believe this
That was the name of the
is
chapter.
terrible coil to which she referred, Wilson. In front of us was
Faucet.
an enormous adder,
Ah.
its fangs bared as it threatened to strike. It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
How terrifying.
Mike.
9th of January. That's way past my birthday. 6:37 a.m. on board the steamship Burya.
That's only 6 days after my birthday.
Oh.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
So then, let us unravel this mystery.
Is that
Discover what
That's
Herlock Holmes?
Yep.
Or
Herlock Sholmes.
The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor.
What the fuck?
Almost
took a
certainly
picture with
the
this
ink
camera
from
there.
This upset bottle.
Man, technology.
A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality.
Excuse me?
It was placed just prior to the incident by the victim himself, I would venture.
Oh.
Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
Shh. That won't be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
It's a dead body in there. It's not the killer.
Don't be absurd. This is
Third.
and it cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
The Nine Tails is released.
Culprit is in there.
Who are you, and where have you come from?
Is that
I'm a
the
great British consultant detective, the only one in the world.
was that the inspector behind the lady
I presume
from the previous case?
you must have heard of me.
No, I don't think so. Are we in that cabin? Are we the ones that were locked in there?
Are we the ones who are gonna get in trouble every time?
It was me.
Oh, yeah, it sure is.
My head is throbbing.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're in there. We're about to be fucking prosecuted.
Again?
What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air.
Maybe? Oh, yeah, we sure are.
Wait, I can't move. What the? Why am I in handcuffs?
You fucked up again?
So you wake up now, hmm? Ah, I thought it was Herlock Sholmes. We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man.
You. You found me then.
Da, we found you. And now you pay. Criminal. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe, hmm?
Sorry.
I'll be back. I'm gonna see if
Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is, hmm?
Oh,
No, I'll tell you everything.
This has got to be Herlock Sholmes. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you.
Isn't that... Well, 2 strikes, Tyler.
Fuck!
why did you do it? Why did you take his life?
Mr. Susato. Wait. What did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma?
No.
Oh,
Calvin was right, Calvin! Calvin's not even here!
I was right too.
Ha! You pretend you do not know? You are a wolf in the sheep's pelt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses.
What?
Kazuma-san was... Kamasa-san's body was discovered not long ago. Here, in this very cabin, that was bolted shut from the inside.
His body?
Please, do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep.
Kazuma's dead? But he can't be. And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I
have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-san's life? Answer me, please!
No. No!
Discord still hates you.
Yeah. Kazuma. It was just 2 short weeks ago.
Headband!
Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble?
Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study?
It was really something else when they brought in your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. I thought I was going to die.
Oh, you were stuffed in a fucking suitcase?
Yeah, that one over there, I'm guessing. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. You must be even less of a man than you look.
Ooh, damn.
Hey, honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body.
Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. But if you can confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you.
I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving for a stowaway.
Little racist. just a wee bit. There's a
I mean,
sturdy
we've been
bunch,
kind of
that's for sure.
We've been kind of racist for a while this whole game.
I guess it's kind of true.
Yikes.
What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady?
From our faithful judicial assistant Mikotoba, you mean? From
your
Oh yeah, that was you.
From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away.
No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this.
I suppose so.
Smuggling, are we? Anyway, it's about the time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. Anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze.
Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be found. Then I'll be in it for sure. I'll be in it for it.
For it. Jesus.
Yeah.
Stop worrying and get your words together.
No.
I tell you what. Why don't you write "keep out" or something on this piece of paper?
What?
And that's what that piece of paper was on the. Okay.
Yeah. Then I can stick it over the wardrobe's doors once you're inside.
I don't know. We've only been at sea for about 15 days.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England. Together!
Aw, as a couple.
We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer.
No, I'm not a murderer.
Da, you said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes.
No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but... Murdering my best friend?
No one else could have done it. Admit the truth.
Susatsu-san. Please, tell me what happened. I need to know.
Very well. There is something I would like to ask of you, too.
Did you do it?
Those eyes. Looks like, oh my god. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened.
Should definitely figure out the cause of his death.
He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream. And these handcuffs. They think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer?
When they found him, the cabin was locked from inside.
That vent looks oddly suspicious.
What do you mean?
Is that the Thinker? He was killed by the Thinker! I knew it!
There's no access to the cabin via the porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls.
What?
Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin.
Well, that doesn't look very good.
Or do you have some other explanation?
See, I got a quick problem with this though. If we were hiding in there, how'd we stick the note on it?
I mean, you could pre-attach it to the door and then close it. To one of the doors. So that way it sticks as you close it.
Though.
But you can pre-attach it to where it looks like it would be in the middle if you were to go inside of it.
I don't know, that looked like some kind of paper seal. Like tape on both ends. I don't know.
This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly?
Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances?
I mean, yeah.
Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me.
I didn't fucking do it, so of course I'm gonna deny it.
The cause of death is still underdetermined.
It's poison again.
You don't know how he died?
The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course, he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call.
So presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then.
That's true, yes.
Alright, poison. Or a snake bite, I guess, from that one thing.
Anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma?
Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone, excuse me. I'm adding words on.
Please.
Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin, after all.
Well, yes, I was, but...
He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on this voyage.
Oh, that's just sad.
She loved him, or she had a crush on him. But this morning, he did not come. I could not sense that he wouldn't, or I could sense that he wouldn't.
Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at this cabin door? I wonder.
I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewmen forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside...
They were banging.
Oh, no! Calvin!
There was Kazuma-san, collapsed on the floor.
His heart stopped beating, and so his headband stopped flowing.
That's all you know when he's dead.
Well, that's sad.
And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow.
I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe.
This is all very hard to believe for me too. Trust me.
Now, I've told you everything that I know. So it's my turn to ask you a question.
Wow, that's very
Yes,
nice to be waiting to ask your question of a murderer. Or potential murderer, I suppose.
My head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything.
Got beat over the head. Whoa! Stowaway.
Why are you even on board of the ship, Nahudu-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you?
Oh, yes. I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time.
Is there a bathroom that he has access to? Or has this man been shitting his pants?
He's been shitting out the port side window.
I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-san's cabin for so long without him noticing?
No. That would have been impossible, obviously.
Yes, of course.
Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together.
You bitch, he's mine. He actually asked you?
Yeah, do you have that in writing? Because that might help in court situation right now.
But why? He's mine!
I'm afraid that he's mine.
He's mine.
Alright,
you
don't
know
calm
the reason
the fuck down. He's dead, alright?
I don't understand.
Joey, you don't understand. You're not Mario. Cosmo, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you?
Because I love you.
Oh.
You don't lie.
It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I? that you ought to become a lawyer yourself?
Well, yes, you did say that. But I didn't think you were serious.
You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that.
I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer.
Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there?
Well, no, definitely not.
But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then...
Then what?
nothing. Forget it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it didn't happen. Alright, this conversation ends now. Like my life.
Wait, come back!
She's not puffy facing it yet.
Kazuma-san he was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you.
Oh, woo.
Do you think he had a heart attack? Like, he seems to be, like, really on the whole topic of, like, he wants somebody to carry it on and to do it, but he's not referencing it to himself. You think he had, like, a heart disease or some sort of disease?
Mm-hmm. Yes, maybe.
Aha! Jordan's revealing it to me.
There's something still bothering me a little.
That's the face of somebody who's dying.
The look in his eyes, then.
Is this wavering? Is this slowly slowing down?
It was darker than I ever seen it before. Like he's already dead.
You're already dead. Nutty.
Sato-san? I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. Me stowing away on the ship, I mean.
If I know Kazuma-san, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association.
No. It's too low.
Oh, what?
Tyler.
What was that?
Why? What the fuck? Why?
That's exactly right, yes.
Hanson!
Perfectly, in fact. What the fuck was that?
it's a soundbite that I fucking got.
You're stupid! Olivia, slap him!
No, pay me $5.
Oh,
If you're not the culprit, then tell me.
you're the culprit.
What happened last night here in this cabin?
Oh, let me tell you.
Do you really want to know? Why do you think things are all dirty in here?
The thing is... Cosmo, show me the way you use your katana.
Ew.
I don't really remember.
He showed me this new move. It involved me like bending over. It was kind of weird.
What's the thing that
I don't
Polly
like
says?
it.
What is it? The
What?
fuck. What's the thing that Polly says from Monster Prom? Whatever that fucking the reverse something.
Oh.
The reverse penguin something. I can't remember.
I don't know either. Cosmo brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself to do that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I...
Fell asleep?
Is there like a little pipe that's open
well,
right there?
Yes.
I can't see behind her head, but I think there's like an open pipe right there.
So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-san was killed.
Well, yes.
Hmm.
Do you think he drugged our friend here to sleep?
See, I
More?
think that he got drugged because he didn't prep the food. The food was prepped for him, and he just brought it. He could have obviously put drugs in it before, but I think somebody might have overheard that there was two people here. If this is open, this is attached to something. This might be like how the captain calls down to people.
Yeah, that's how you can speak to people because there is it's probably a microphone at the quote unquote microphone of the time.
The micro tube.
Kind of do.
Yeah, so I think that somebody might have overheard.
I know it sounds unbelievable, really, I do, but it's the truth. Get ready for him to look at his hands a lot. If only I woke it up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament.
Maybe both of them were drugged and then they sent a snake through here. Came out, killed him, left. If we find a person with a snake, I'm gonna think it's them.
For some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Why is that thing like anything?
Really?
Fucking, let me check the back of your head. Holy shit, your brain is open.
Is something wrong?
Oh, no, it's... Please, forget it.
For the God's sakes, just tell me.
No, son, you have to believe me. I didn't do it.
For God's sakes.
I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there's no one else who could possibly have done this.
For the love of God, why would I kill my friend? He's bringing me here. Think, woman. Look at that looks perfect.
Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen?
Why did you have to die?
Oh, I can't take this.
It's gonna pass out.
Don't try. Oh.
Don't try to go anywhere.
Oh.
You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen.
Yeah, fair.
I'm sorry. But Cosmo was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around? My hands are tired while whoever did this walks free? No! I can't allow that to happen.
Is he gonna not be able to slap his desk now because he's gonna have handcuffs during the trial?
Well, what do you propose to do then?
Investigate.
I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here.
It's pretty fucking obvious.
I'm going to work out who took Cosmo's life and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me.
Hiya! Get fucking tossed.
What the?
That was a Susato takedown.
Get fucked.
Susato what? What martial art form is that?
Susato.
Oh, hard being upside down makes me feel queasy.
A little bit.
Going to need you to prove it.
Sorry? Prove it.
Yes, your innocence. I need evidence.
But how am I supposed to?
Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago?
As a matter of fact, I have.
You successfully defended yourself in a court of law.
Can I
Well,
sit up, please? I'm going to hurl.
I'm getting nauseous.
I see. She expected me to present some conclusive evidence.
My badge.
I had to get Susato to believe me. I'll show him some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful crime.
Oh yeah, the paper seal. Yeah, the paper seal, duh.
Keep out.
Yep, there's the glue.
Yeah. Yeah, so if it was fully attached, you can't just, like, lightly tap it on one end. If it's fully attached, there's no way.
Is there any way that you can examine that just in case she's just like, that's just the slip that was in front of the door?
This is the paper seal I wrote for the wardrobe. I remember really working hard to make it.
Are you serious, dude? It's 4 letters.
But I'll never forget how Cosmo reacted. Do you expect the Russian crew to be able to read that? He said.
Oh yeah, that's actually true, huh? That's pretty funny.
Still, I was sure people would get the idea, even if they couldn't read it. So we used it anyway. And it worked. I don't know if the crew thought it was creepy or what, but no one opened the doors.
Somebody's gonna have read this, but that means that they're gonna know the language. Because right now they're speaking in this language, right?
They're speaking
Japanese,
in Japanese.
yes.
They're speaking in Japanese, so only somebody who could speak Japanese would understand what they're saying.
Can you not examine the glue bits?
I can't even... Oh, yeah, I can.
You can see the remnants of the glue we used to stick this over the wardrobe doors. Although it wasn't proper glue, of course. We didn't have any of that with us.
What the hell does that mean?
So I I pulverized some rice into a paste to use it instead.
Ah.
But to a stowaway like me, every single grain of rice represents precious rations. That's why I spread it as tiny as possible so I possibly could. I couldn't bear to waste any.
Alright, yeah. Alright, that's pretty good.
Yes!
Yes!
Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was the piece of paper stuck over the doors?
Oh, yes, it was. I remember clearly.
Shouldn't this be upside down?
I thought so. Cosmo always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there, just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decides to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well.
In actuality, Cosmo didn't do it. It was the person who actually killed him.
Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled the sign from the wardrobe's doors before he opened them.
But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the door on my own.
Yes, that's quite true.
In other words,
You're
it's
guilty!
impossible that I killed Kazuma! Finger pointing. With my handcuffs.
Well, even if you were sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-san thought so highly of you.
It's Sama, by the way.
Sorry.
Thank you, Suzato-san. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me out? Help me up?
Please, for the love of God, fix this. Oh, what's that? The hell?
Well,
Was that on the
in
floor
the light,
earlier?
well, in the light of that evidence,
No, because we were in a different position.
Oh yeah, we were looking this way, right?
I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here, at least.
Thank you. So you finally believe me.
I'm sorry. No.
What? Well, fuck you too then.
I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in a position.
What? What?
What does you think I am? A magician?
What the
Yes.
fuck?
Blue-eyed magician. No, that's not right. For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Sorry, I had a hiccup.
Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san.
Fuck you.
Oh,
Please don't misunderstand me. Excuse me. I still have my doubts.
oh.
I shall be watching you. Watching. To make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example.
Right.
Maybe she's seen her father do some shady shit.
Well, anyway, I should be started on investigating here. Examine everything I can.
Is that a teapot?
Kazuma, I swear. I will avenge your death!
He even had a sword, and it did nothing for him.
What was I gonna say? The statuette that's in the background, that could be the average man.
What the fuck? Where'd this guy come from? Was he in here the whole time? Did he watch me get fucking thrown against the wall?
Yeah.
Yes. But that could be where the one sculpture where he has multiple arms and multiple legs. I believe that's I think that's the average.
Yeah, but I only see two.
Yeah.
The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they all toppled the same way.
And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well.
Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything mowed down at once.
I wonder if... Perhaps it was Kazuma-sama. Is that right?
Yeah, you got it.
Kazuma-sama.
Okay. Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training. Do you think?
I seriously doubt it.
Then perhaps it was you, Nahuda-san, in a fit of rage.
I wouldn't have bothered in the wardrobe just to mess with a few books and a statue. Should the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case? I wonder. Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess.
I'm gonna get thrown again.
Thanks for reading my line, Jordan.
Oh. Oh. My bad.
Oh, are there books missing?
Yeah, there sure is.
Oh dear, that won't do.
Oh, what's the matter, Susato-san?
Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly.
Oh, there's books over there, though.
Yes, that's not good.
I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard. Are you, Nahuda-san?
No, you're just stupid.
I am a woman, after all.
Whoa! Whoa! Calm down!
I'm sure you're careful to look around using B and M, aren't you? Now, let's investigate all corners of this cabin.
Every nook and butthole. Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now.
Also, I will be right back. I really need to grab some water.
Oh wow, it gives a little check mark on what I've investigated. What's this say?
It did that in Dual Destinies.
Oh, did that?
These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Booyah.
Booyah!
You want to go drink of water? What do you do?
No, I'm just gonna read it. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board.
I'm to your voice. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
Pets?
What?
What?
What? Why are you staring at me?
Why are you screaming what?
It's... Oh, sorry. I was just thinking.
She was thinking that he was Kazuma's pet.
Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? I can't decide.
I love that.
Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here.
That's very true.
Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of the crime. Excuse me.
What?
I was wondering how it's going. The investigation, I mean.
Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes. But it's not true, I see.
Sorry?
The criminal asking investigator for information about his crime? Very funny.
Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke.
He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty.
He might have used some information, though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
Niet, of course not. Now back to corner of room and make silent. I say no more to you.
Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there, he seemed a little flustered.
He's probably new to the shit. Is that a knife? What? What's that?
That's my dinner from last night, a roast chicken. It was really tasty.
That's a big-ass roast chicken leg.
Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But... did you really eat it on the floor here?
I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate it on the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor.
Hey, Momo Meow, thank you for the follow.
Hey!
Hey, welcome to Miss World.
Meow!
But Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he?
No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me.
Oh no! Does that mean? Poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly?
Oh.
This is too horrible.
I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach.
Nice. Alright. Okay. Oh, okay.
There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason.
Yes, it's strange. Last night, when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. No, wait a minute.
What is it?
That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all.
So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazu-sama.
Shut up!
No, no, no.
I'm being summoned. Who is trying to summon me?
One look at this picture.
Zige, the Japanese word for justice. The brush strokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma.
Yes, his calligraphy. Wow, I'm glad I could say that.
Yeah.
Always was a reflection of his heart. Yet can you really look at those characters without feeling shame? Knowing who drew them so thoughtfully?
Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to?
Even though you stowed away on the ship.
Got you there.
Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win.
That's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it.
Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul.
You know, his soul is in the afterlife.
I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on the ship. Or strip, not ship.
I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. And now he's gone. But I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet.
Oh, if we get to keep his sword and it's on our side, oh, that's gonna be badass. Okay, nothing there. What's this thing? What's that? What that? Is that a bell? No, it's
What
a
do you
bell.
think this is? Looks like a broken piece of glassware.
The shit's me. Is that coffee?
Is that where you've been using the bathroom?
Yeah.
And it shattered finally?
The small cup?
Whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two.
Where's the other half?
The glass is such a beautiful color.
It matches your sash? What is this?
He did it.
It looks like a cute little Natsuki fastener from a kimono outfit.
Oh shit, I was right.
I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma.
Did I say that word right, Natsuki?
I had no
Natsuki.
idea.
Probably.
He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him. Would he?
And the mark besides it. What is it, I wonder? It has some sort of brick-like hue.
Yes, you're right. It's the color of a brick, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in this cabin. In the cabin.
What?
I know
Brick.
nobody can see this on stream right now, but I have my giant Kato on my lapo, and he is so happy. Hi, buddy. This is... Yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think.
What?
What do you mean, contraption?
I read about it in a book that I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about the life of Great Britain. I had a stroke. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants.
Really? That sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a little try?
In the interest of culture research, obviously.
I love this.
Huh?
Oh.
I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people.
Oof.
No, I'm sure it's just that everyone is busy, that's all.
I mean, a murder did take place in here, so... I'll look at that later. I'll look at that now. Fuck it.
It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, that Hoodoo-san? It's Narnia. It's forever. It just goes on forever.
I think living isn't quite the right description.
Oh, no. I suppose not. Although, it might have been rather exciting, making this voyage in your own secret hideout.
Did Narnia happen because they couldn't find a sock in the washer or something?
No.
No, they were running away.
They were playing hide and seek.
I know.
No, they were. Were they playing hide and go seek? I thought they were trying to not get caught by the guy. From the lady, so they hid inside the wardrobe.
Yeah, that was how they all went in. But originally, they were playing hide and seek, and the littlest one, Lucy, had discovered Narnia.
I was in your Codename Kid Next Door. Go into the washer. They end up in like.
Alright, anyways.
The land of lost laundry or whatever that was, yeah.
The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception.
But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin.
No. Sadly not.
Suspicious as fuck. Alright, what's in these drawers?
This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing.
On the floor? Right in front of those dresser parts?
I think when you clicked on the dresser and
London Diary. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even make it to his destination.
Oh, this is a diary, though.
It looks as though the last entry is incomplete.
So... the ink for this fell on the floor.
Which means, what? He was in the middle of the and when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue.
No, I don't want to see this again!
That's out of the question! Oh, Gizmo, ow.
what?
Ow, Gizmo. Ow, buddy. Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts.
What if it's something important? Something relevant to the case?
No, because it'll expose our secret
Alright,
relationship.
right. I won't read it.
Poor Kazuma-sama.
I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important?
I'm gonna go back and read it.
I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin.
Isn't that a little odd?
What do you mean?
Well, this ventilator, is that what it is? Looks like it must connect to the next door cabin.
Yes, it would appear to. You're right.
But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside.
That is true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough, or something like that?
Suppose. Maybe that's it.
There's a lot of suspicion going on here.
That's a very large traveling case, isn't it?
Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me.
Memories? What do you mean?
Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case.
Yes. I see it says "this way up" in Japanese.
Which in hindsight, I should have realized that the foreign crewmen wouldn't be able to read it. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here.
Oh dear. Being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds.
Well, it was less painful than a societal takedown.
What I'm a little confused on is that writing, so I'm glad that you're looking at it.
Did Kazuma?
Right this.
Oh.
It looks like it was written in ink.
Before he died.
Did Kazuma write that before he died? You freaking piece of poop.
He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor.
And I suppose,
And I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma-san. Sama, excuse me. No doubt that he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it.
I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of clue in his final moments, wasn't he? Was he? I'm sorry, partner. I can't read your writing.
Because that's not Japanese,
it's
that's
in
Russian. I don't think that's Japanese, Nahudu-san.
What? Then what language is it?
Oh my god.
It pains me to admit it, but I don't know.
It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder?
What the fuck?
When did here?
Who's that?
Did he
You were
come?
there a
Did he
minute ago.
liquefy and come out of the fucking pipeline? What the hell?
What the fuck?
Dude!
How you have your voice ready?
Fuck. Scared the shit out of me.
What the fuck?
As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be a European.
Oh! How did he...
You've noticed the man too, have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall.
Nahuda-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is?
Well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And if he's investigating Kazuma's death, or is he just playing on it? I can't tell.
It's like a cat.
Yeah.
Oh, well, in that case, we simply must talk with him.
Am I just imagining it? Or does Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited?
By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case. If you press blank, I don't care, on people when they're on the crosshairs, you can converse with them.
Alright then, I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself.
Oh, please do!
Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman make. Excuse me.
Yeah, we've seen this. Okay.
Japanese people make jokes. But I'm not laughing. Yeah, we know you're not
Yeah,
laughing.
you're dead.
What?
Yeah, you're legit dead, Calvin.
Yeah.
Kazuma's dead.
I knew it.
His head
I
didn't-
stopped flowing after all.
I don't have a character anymore now. My headband's gone.
Excuse me.
Dot.
Excuse me. Do you have a moment?
Shh. This is a
It's a critical point in my
What?
investigation.
Wait, this is Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
This is Sherlock.
Tyler Sherlock.
This is Tyler's character. This is him.
Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly.
Yes, perhaps that would be for the best.
Well,
Greetings. Oh my god. I couldn't read
Come on,
any-
Tyler, you gotta do better than that.
Greetings. I hope I haven't kept you long.
there we go.
What exactly were you doing on Cosmo's desk just now?
Lots of ellipses. Oh my goodness.
I see. Fascinating.
Sorry? What do you see? Feels like he's looking right through me. Like, right through me.
Oh yes, everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. What the fuck?
Sorry? What?
So he's a shitty investigator. Got it. And now, whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you find yourself in a troubling predicament.
Oh, well, that's true at least.
But how?
How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining.
Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else?
But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madam. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being, as you are, a merciless revolutionary.
What the fuck?
You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. What the fuck?
Wow.
And when the benevolent occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Alright. Yes. I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes.
Just to be clear, you all talking about me, are you?
Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name?
Do you see
I
my
don't even
stand
have
behind
one-
me?
I don't even see one person who fits the bill.
So it's true. It was you who did this to Katsuma.
How dare you, Jordan? What did I
What?
do to you?
What?
And you're plotting a revolution too. It's shameful behavior, Nahuda-san. Absolutely wicked.
No, listen. There's no way I.
What the fuck?
Now go.
Now explain yourself. Shut up. You're not talking. Tell me everything. Now you can talk.
This is ridiculous.
Why aren't you talking?
How could you do it?
For pity's sake, open your eyes! I'm not a Russian revolutionary. Obviously.
Oh, forgive me.
And as for you, what kind of a deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head.
Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not?
Oh yes, maybe.
Ha! There you have it, you see. What do you make of that,
Well, to be honest,
I mean, he's in
You
handcuffs,
bullshit.
it's not exactly hard.
the ship is en route to England, and I'm handcuffed at the scene of the murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation.
Indeed. An observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right.
Huh. I don't think you introduced yourself. Well,
Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. I'm none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over.
Tyler's face.
The inimitable Herlock Sholmes.
So, it's really you, the actual Herlock Sholmes.
The very same, the inimitable actual Herlock Sholmes. I almost said hermit.
do you know this man, Susato-san?
The most famous detective in the world, Nahuda-san. Of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him.
I haven't heard of him.
What
I don't
planet have
heard
I
of
been
him.
living on then?
We must ask him what he's deduced. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure.
Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this?
He's like Gumshoe.
Yeah, he really is. Alright, man. First off, though, what do you think
Have
of
you
this?
seen this badge?
You seen this badge? Ooh, oh, my number!
You're missing a number there.
My personal student number is engraved on the back here. If you lose your PIN, they won't accept you as a UMA student as a UMA student at the university. You may not come in, they say. Of course, you can get a new PIN made if you just tell them your number. I've actually lost mine twice already, but I still don't know my student number by heart.
It's 3 numbers, dude!
It's actually 4. I always say to myself, I mustn't forget to write it down somewhere, but then I forgot not to forget that.
No, it's 3. 901.
What are you talking about? There's more.
00901.
Okay, that's not hard. All you gotta do is just remember the last 3.
Yeah, and? Oh wait, can you remember by the end of the game who?
Yeah, 901.
00901.
Mr. Sholmes, what do you make of this?
Shh, quiet. When I'm ruminating in the course of my deductions, nothing must disturb my mind.
Oh, so sorry.
Ah, an Indian curry, perhaps.
What's he's ruminating about? The lunch menu? Ruminating?
Right, excellent. You know what, I'm gonna present this to you too, just because. Aha! I've never seen anything like this. Most extraordinary, right? It's right there. It's literally right there.
He said the same earlier this morning, I think.
That's Katakana and that's
Indeed,
Terracotta.
but its uncommonness is so remarkable. I felt the need to say it anew. Yes, I do believe these characters may be a crude attempt at a Japanese script.
What?
Mr. Nahudo, I don't like to be the one to tell you this, but
Got shitty handwriting.
I think Mr. Sholmes is trying to say that your handwriting is a little untidy.
Is he making fun of me?
Yes.
Nice.
I wasn't in handcuffs, I'd give him the one too. So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again?
Herlock Sholmes. Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, I
shiny.
see.
So
You're
shiny.
German. Herlock, was it? Airlock.
No, I have no air. I mean, I have hair. Please, call me Sholmes. You can read all of my exploits in this exciting London publication.
Oh yes! Randus magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interesting articles from the Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially.
Damn, it's gotta be expensive.
Ah, yes, here it is. The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, he's a fraud is what it is, isn't it?
Oh, maybe.
So, you're the protagonist in the series of short stories then.
Indeed I am.
and then and you've read so many of your own stories, you started to think you really are a detective.
Oh, I see. Make no mistake, I'm not the poor, deluded fellow you take me for. Well, he just read your mind. Your inference is backward.
Backward?
My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine.
You have a bibliographer? Do you...
Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London.
Dr. Wilson?
Wilson!
I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Why, this very moment I'm returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown.
Really? Can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not.
Ka-chow! Deduction, you see, is to me a science. Logical reasoning in its purest form.
A science?
Really?
The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in a subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data.
Right.
And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago.
How can he look in the eye and claim that?
You're a Russian assassin with 16 dead at your feet. So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction. And fame. That is what makes me the one and only Sherlock Holmes. Alright.
Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet?
Have I managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Ah, I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him.
When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all the crew members to force the cabin door open.
And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Sherlock Holmes was on board. And the handcuffs seem to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. Ah!
Ah!
The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me.
Oh, really? 2 facts, you say?
Ooh.
Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please. What 2 facts were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning?
Ah, yes. But first, let us be precise. The 2 facts in question were immediately apparent to me.
Yes, I understand. But what were they really?
Allow me to elucidate. The 2 facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime was as follows. Number 1, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number 2, even though I'm holding up number 1, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance.
This guy is so dumb.
The victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance.
Come on, Mr. Sholmes. What made you think the victim was Russian?
Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. Oh? Is that really?
I mean, probably. You can go.
Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian?
Yeah, does he speak Russian?
No.
No.
At least not that
Yeah.
In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. What?
Kazuma was Russian? Was he?
Initially, I considered Garderob, maybe the name of the killer. A certain Robert Gard, perhaps. But in the interests of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there, at least.
Where you were found, Mr. Nahuda, sleeping soundly. I'm just gonna pretend like I knew how to say his name for a second.
Quite so! I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer.
Why is that? Why is it that I'm Russian too?
I kind of want to see the word on the ground again to see. I have wardrobe pulled up.
Oh. I observed that you were wearing the same attire. I could probably just look at the history quick. Yeah, there it is. Is that wardrobe? If it's not, don't tell me what it actually is.
Yep, that's wardrobe.
Alright, well, he didn't write it, so it doesn't matter. I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim, in other words. You were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people.
Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people. I had no idea.
Susanoo, come on! What?
And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong.
I took a photograph of the victim of the message, that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. Aww.
This.
Oh no.
My hand. It doesn't flow anymore.
This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed.
Yes, Cosmo has always been taken away when I woke up.
Already.
Yes. This is the first time I actually seen him like this.
Are you alright, Mr. Nahuda?
Oh, yes. Thank you. The crime scene photo. Oh. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes?
What pray?
You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary, fleeing from Russia and all that.
Ah, yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth.
Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me? Do you think?
Call! Certainly, if it interests you.
How many times? I'm not Russian. I don't speak Russian.
Nah.
Da! You're...
Niet.
Niet.
Can we talk about your deduction before? Things you concluded about me, I mean.
Ah, the now famously accurate troubling predicament you find yourself in.
Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and the assassin of 16 part.
Ah yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads... Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. What the fuck?
Yeah,
That's
me, right?
you!
That's me! Beard and all! This vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday, and last night the young Russian was murdered.
Since when was Cosmo Russian?
Sounds like Mr. Shlomes Shlomes has concluded he was Russian because of what Kazuma-sama wrote on the floor.
Oh, I see. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you, villain Bolshevik.
No, no, no. How could it be me? I don't look anything like this man. Just look at his face.
Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Huh. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well.
Ah, please.
And I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more?
Well, that's because I'm a stowaway,
It's a really unfortunate turn of events.
right?
What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassinations and blowing up at the Crystal Tower?
Ah, yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those particulars in the article. The deeds the man has perpetrated thus far and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake.
Sorry, I was drinking water.
I need to get some water too.
Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder?
And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan?
Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik is recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan.
Where even is it? Anyway. This Afghanistan place.
Dude, come on. Here, take the paper for yourself as a little memento of this great deduction.
Oh, thank you?
I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within this pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. So he's giving it to me.
Because he thinks this is garbage.
Yeah. Cool. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well.
On the back?
Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret. Oh no, is it just fucking littered in Russian? Well, of course it is. The whole thing's written in Russian.
Yeah, it's Russian.
Ah! It's her! It's Lady What's-Her-Face! From the last case. Oh shit! Is it actually? It might
Do you think?
Might be.
We didn't see her face, so it could very well be.
But yeah, but didn't they say that she was from Great Britain?
Yes.
So she wouldn't be in a Russian thing.
Don't
Right?
click on it.
Whoa! It's you! It's you
This
right
is
there!
interesting.
Have you found something relevant, Nahudu-san?
Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting.
I can't read a single word, I'm afraid.
I could read 20.
What? Oh.
Yeah. I was gonna say, there's 20. I can read that.
I can read
No.
that.
No can I, but look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think?
Oh, Anastasia.
She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you?
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I can't make any sense of it.
I'm assuming this is Anastasia. Or Anastasia.
I don't know.
Because that's the Russian princess.
Well, I'm guessing
Continue.
it's not actually her. It's like a different
Oh,
name.
different name, but that's the character that they're trying to reference.
Maybe it's Tatiana or something. Ah,
Maybe.
I'm glad you noticed this article. Wait, what if I read that, like, out of the room?
Oh yeah, you would have came back.
Are you serious? It's awesome. Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents.
Oh, thank you. She pops up everywhere. Mr. Sholmes.
It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Oh no.
Renowned
prima... excuse me. I'm the
Uh-huh.
deductive reasoning here. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova.
Why are Russia's names so hard to remember?
It's Nikolina Pavlova. It's not that hard. It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room. Wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles.
Oh, How much is 20,000 rubles?
Oh, oops. I have no idea, but I'm quite sure. It must be an unbelievable sum of money.
Oh, is that what this is? 20,000 rubles?
Probably then.
Haddle-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves.
Oh god, she's a fucking Maya for sure. The tiara is the property of the Novovic Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry.
Yes, I'm not surprised.
The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain.
Could this be another case of Russia, case of a Russian fleeing his or her country?
It does seem to be that Russian thing to do. To be the Russian thing to do.
Jesus!
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Nahudo.
Man,
Sorry,
That's pretty funny.
Can you go back? Can you go log in?
I can't actually.
How much you said the tier was cost again?
Oh, 20,000
20,000
rubles.
rupees.
Yeah,
20,000?
Yeah, 20,000. I don't think that's a lot. Is it?
huh? Huh?
In Japanese, that's 30,000 yen.
So it's like $300.
Yes, $300.
Oh, is that like 8,000?
But you have to imagine, if we're looking at this time period, $300 is actually a lot of money.
That's a good point, actually.
If we're putting a time period idea into mind, then yeah, that's a lot of
that's
money.
A good point.
Oh, written in Russian. I couldn't hope to read it. I suppose it wouldn't hurt just to glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two.
Haven't said it again. No.
He's just investigating. Ooh, I'm a cat.
Before you started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, weren't you?
Kazuma? Ah, yes, the victim. The Russian victim, named Kazuma.
Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all?
Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text.
London diary. Kazuma's keeping notes of the trip.
Ooh, this looks like it was
Oh,
spilled.
but
Ooh, is this tea poisoned?
I don't think you should read his private writings. It could just upset people.
Tragic! And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. Elucidate.
Oh, so he read it already.
Oh yeah, he's absolutely read it already.
You mean you read it already?
It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese.
Oh, I see. Well, you about to know what a Shisato takedown is. Shisato-san? Aren't you going to throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns?
I'm sorry, Nahuda-san. What on earth do you mean?
Life is so unfair.
Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be decisive as to details.
Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese.
A smattering, dear boy. A smattering. Sayonara, bonsai, mikado. Nado nado. I trust you're suitably impressed.
But
this diary is littered with complicated-looking characters, of which I can read precisely none.
What was all that showing off about before then?
I love this guy, by the way. This guy's
Yeah, no, that's
awesome.
why I wanted you to. That's why I wanted you to be him.
If you would be so kind to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes.
You gonna
God.
throw yourself? I'm much obliged, my dear madam. Oh, and a respected gentleman.
The final entry in Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just two short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound.
A whistling sound.
These are very deep waters. Pray, go on.
The second sentence reads 1:35 a.m. What looks to be some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Speckle band. A speckle band? What on earth does that mean?
I have no idea. I've never heard of that expression before.
The ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin.
Yes, the adjoining cabin. Cosmo's diary. And I'm not gonna read that whole thing. Fuck you, Tyler.
No, that's fine. So, I thought the sentence was unfinished.
Yeah.
So, I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least.
Ah, do you have somewhere to go?
But of course. As it happens, the victim's writing in his diary have piqued my interest. Hwah! The matter warrants further investigation, I believe. And if I am still too long, the seasickness takes hold. Wait, he gets seasick?
Oh, I suppose. You're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to.
Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate, hence the truth will become clear soon enough, my dear lady.
Oops.
It is quite alright.
Do you think perhaps that we can go with you?
No. That would be somewhat complicated.
What? But why?
A simple glance at your wrists should reveal the answer.
Oh, please.
After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No?
There's no point trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was a culprit in the first place.
Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. Wait, what?
You must be joking. You just said it only a moment ago.
Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing.
Well, actually, Mr. Soames, I did hear you say that too.
You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know. Not really.
So what? Were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you were.
Well, anyway, that was then, and this is now.
What do you mean?
What I mean, sir, is this. Hwah! If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate.
Now he's just being plain rude.
That was just plain rude.
And off he goes, having just a laugh in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name.
Nahudu-san, what are you just standing there for?
What's that sound?
The boat probably going?
The bar.
Flame just shoots out the tube.
We must go and investigate the cabin next door as well.
Are you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can.
Hiya!
She just ripped them off. Why'd you throw me again?
After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up?
Didn't you just think it was me like 20 seconds ago?
You're just going to roll over and accept your fate.
You thought it was me!
As if you gave me a choice in the rolling over part.
That's pretty funny. I thought she was gonna, like, break the chains. That would've been badass. Hiya!
I think we should have some investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door.
I think I've investigated everything.
Good idea. Sorry, I spaced out.
The situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself. And I owe it to Cosmo to do everything I can to find a way out of this, and bring the real culprit to justice!
Here comes justice!
Yes.
I've investigated everything, I thought.
Did you investigate the ink bottle itself? Okay. Oh, but the Russian dude didn't have a check mark on him again.
Well, yeah, but I
You
don't
can
think
also-
he talk to me again.
You can also examine the door.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
When I went for help and the crewman forced the door open, this bolt had been firmly closed.
It's quite a small bolt, and not particularly sturdy. It just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, if the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. No wonder everyone suspects me.
Yeah, it's because you did it.
Wow.
See? She thinks so.
When she glares at me like that, I feel tense. I feel tense all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel. The culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across the outside of the room in this situation like this.
That's not... What the fuck?
Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. But the door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal and sealed together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid.
Uh-oh.
When she glares at me like that, I feel pins of needles all up and down my spine.
Good.
Oh.
Oh, look over there.
So if I had investigated that, would it just have skipped straight over to this?
No.
Oh.
The crewman, do you mean? Oh, the crewman, do you mean? He wasn't there before, was he?
That's what I thought.
Why don't we try talking to him?
And everyone just phases into being, like, ghosts.
Probably because I like to get yelled at again, but I suppose I could try. Is that?
Is something wrong, Nahuda-san?
Oh, is that the butler?
That's what I was talking about. That was the inspector.
Oh, no, it's just the crewman standing by the door. I can't help feeling I've seen him somewhere before.
It is him. I
It's
was right.
absolutely him.
Oh, yes, you're right. He does look familiar.
How many jobs do you have, dude?
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, yeah, that's him.
Calvin.
Doctor's not here.
Calvin.
Calvin. Do you want to speak?
Ellipses. Yes? Question mark. What can I do for you? Question mark.
It's him.
You guys remember, he is a detective.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying earlier, was that I recognized him in, like, the very beginning of the cutscene. I'm like, is that the inspector?
I didn't even see him.
I recognize that face, but it can't be.
No, he's Gumshoe.
Yeah, he's definitely Gumshoe.
It is.
I didn't know you were here, Inspector Azunaga.
Wait, you're just wiping on your shirt sleeve now?
Hello again.
What are you doing here?
I think that should be my line. I was stunned when I saw you. My heart stopped.
Got so,
When we
got
locked
so
eyes across the halls.
He got so
Nearly
dramatic.
stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope.
I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and aboard the ship.
Fuck.
Again?
You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector.
It's my hobby. If there's anything I could do to help you, don't ask me. Ask the guy over there.
Never expected to see this man on board. But perhaps his presence can help me out in this hopeless situation.
Special order.
So what are your special orders this time, Inspector?
Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew?
Ellipses. Not sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility.
For what?
You're pregnant.
What?
My orders were to act as Asugi-san's bodyguard.
Oh, you fucked up.
Man, Calvin, you killed yourself. You was protect yourself. You couldn't even do
I
that.
was the Minister of Justice, Jijuku, who pushed for this overseas studies tour to go ahead. And he entrusts me with ensuring that Asuki-san reach Great Britain without being assassinated.
What the fuck?
Fascinated. How could that even have been a possibility?
Your character really let your other character just die like that.
What?
Technically, this is not my character, this is Doctor.
Who's gonna assassinate a child? What the fuck?
I'm not sure.
Kill the child.
I guess they're not really children. He was like what, 23 or something?
No, they're adults now.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, they're considered adults. But these complicated times, there are intense between the world's greatest power. There's the minister Jinku said we should be prepared for all
Eventualities.
eventualities. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is incredible.
I wouldn't say incredible. I wouldn't say that's exactly the fucking word I would say.
I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated?
Man,
Sakazuma slime.
it's good that the one character that I play as has really long words.
It's obviously we should give slime a visible security escort. Which is why I am undercover now, posing as one of the crew members.
That guy's right there. We're having this conversation.
Right?
I see.
And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board from morning until night every day.
So he had constant eyes, constant person with him because I'm forgetting her name. She was with him the entire time as well during the day. So only at night was he quote unquote alone with us.
But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin, not on this first class deck.
Oh wow, this is first class? Damn.
Certainly looks for first class.
Yeah,
I fail this miserable at my misery. Miserable at my assignment. I thought that was a mission. And Slime is dead as the result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize.
Don't smile while doing it, dude.
Oh, hey, Doctor's playing Civ.
Civ 5.
Inspector.
So if there's anything at all that I could do to help you, Ellipses. Just say the word.
Permission to investigate, please.
We're doing what we can to investigate Costuma's death ourselves.
Slime.
No.
I thought you might be.
Oh,
Well, look who decided to join. No,
Oh,
hi,
look at
Docker.
this.
Docker, your guy's
Oh.
back.
guy is back.
Yeah, look
Yeah.
at Hosanaga's back for case
I
2.
see. Why is he in a sailor outfit?
Because he's undercover again. He fucked up.
Oh,
Guess what?
God.
Calvin died.
Yep.
Headband.
Kazuma is dead.
Something's on my voice. Dr. Reed.
I don't remember what this guy's voice was, but it's gonna be this now. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer.
Of course not.
He's undercover, so his voice will constantly change. It makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm imagining him having
We-
like a pirate accent, like going way over the top.
Arr.
We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door.
Yes.
Yes.
So we need to be. Oh, sorry.
So we need to be allowed out of this cabin.
That's my pirate.
Dot, 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 dot. I'm sorry.
What?
You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door, dot dot dot.
Oh God,
Oh
he's
my
looking
God.
over here.
A stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two.
Oh fuck.
I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well.
Holy shit.
Dot, 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 dot. Would it be possible? Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Give me something to work with. Do you think? I'm gonna need something persuasive.
What do you mean?
If I get in that box over there, will you carry me out?
If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. I'd do everything I could to persuade the cabin to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to.
Oh, damn.
I don't see how.
There may be a way.
What? Really?
Think of how you tried to pursue me with your innocence, Nahuda-san. By presenting with me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession.
Evidence.
It's just the same as when you are in court. You may have done this many times. Oh my god, just
This
go
is
on.
a tutorial.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey.
I thought we were done with the tutorial.
Oh no, we're not. Jordan said
No,
that
we're
there's
not.
even more.
Oh no.
Oh, that's options.
No,
Let me get out of this first.
yeah, there you go. There you go. So there you go.
What did this say again?
The speckled band coming out.
Yeah, ventilator grill. I want this. No. Present it.
What's that?
It's
It's Cosmo's diary.
Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary.
Ooh, I like this.
Strange. In what way?
He wrote, what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
A speckled band. This is strange.
We're still trying to work out what he meant by that. But what I'd like to know is,
Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it?
You're very astute, Inspector.
Not astute enough to save his fucking life, though.
Oof.
The ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin.
What do you mean, clearly?
that's right.
Clearly.
Well, if we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was.
My head.
Dot 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 dot. All right then.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Miss Sherlock, or Herlock Sholmes.
You
Yeah.
look like a fucking cat on the table over there. Fucking spooked me and Tyler.
I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port.
The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you.
Really? You're willing to do that?
Where'd that guy
Yes.
go?
As long as you don't leave the first
Wait,
class
poof.
cabin area. Yar. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs though.
Arrgh.
What about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders?
I'm a man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain, as I'm dying again.
I'm gonna kill the captain.
After
After all, ... I failed to keep my Asoga-san safe. This is the least I could do.
Yeah, you did kind of fuck
Thank
up. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's seize the moment then, Nahudu-san. Ugh.
Oh, okay. Move. Whoa!
Oh, look at this.
Ooh, I like this though.
Oh, yeah,
It's
that's actually kind of
fancy.
cool.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, you can see she would tell you on the bottom about the place, and if you had to do something there. So
Oh, this
That's
is
kinda cool.
sad. Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
cool. I like that a lot more than like normal Phoenix, right?
No, that's kind of cool.
Especially like the original ones where you have to fucking go.
Tyler,
in a
you
different
ready?
Area. Oh, is
For
this
the-
Big Dick Jake energy?
yes.
Is that a mouse trap?
Wait,
What the fuck? Is that a trap for me?
yes.
Big jerk
Yar,
energy.
are you a mouse?
Ooh, I'm finally out of the
Oh,
cabin.
wait. Okay, hold on. Give me it. Let me think of who this would be. Is he an Australian guy that's got like a fucking huge ass butterfly knife
You'll
or
find
something?
out. You'll see. You'll see it. You'll know the voice when you see him. I have to admit it. It's just quite not. This isn't quite what I expected. I was expecting. It's less spacious out here, and I thought it would be. And this is the most luxurious accommodation.
Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on the study tour by the government. That's why he's being put up in first class cabin. I was gonna say cabin.
Well,
Even still, this is about twice as large as any accommodation. It is twice as large as my accommodation in steerage.
Oh, wow.
really? That must be awful.
Is that Big Dick Jake energy?
Yes. Ah, look over there. There's another crewman keeping watch, and he looks enormous, even if he's sitting down. Yeah.
Yeah, beef.
The door next to him leads to second-class accommodations. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't.
Okay.
Suppose, like people in handcuffs.
Nahudu-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already.
Oh yes, I know. But the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard, and even since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe.
It must have been a very trying time for you.
Yeah, he was expected to
Wait.
live in that for 50 days?
Yeah.
2 months almost?
Please don't look.
No, man, you deserve the pity. Holy shit. Alright, well, I'm gonna go talk to this guy.
Wait, was he doing that willingly?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know, but yeah, Kazuma was going to London for the exchange program, and he was like, you know what, come with me. We'll stowaway. I'll take you as a stowaway.
Oh.
And he had to pretty much hide. And when he woke up, he thought he got caught being a stowaway, but then he was like, oh, no, you're being tried for this guy's murder. He was like, oh, shit. Yeah, pretty
Amazing.
much. Excuse me, but can I ask you something?
You little stowaway murderer.
Tyler, he's Russian also.
Oh, is he? Oh, fuck.
Yes. That wasn't a good start, was it?
Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you?
You? I'm trying to think of how to do a Russian deeper accent. You? Da. You little third-class lady's maid.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh,
We seem to have caught the sailor on a bad day, Susato-san.
I'm not a sailor. My mother gave me my name. My mother
name
gave
is
me
Sailor?
name. I am senior crewman. Biff Stroganoff.
You see why you? That's why.
I love it.
Hold
That's
on.
the first thing I thought of was beef.
Give me a
You
second.
just sent a picture to
I'm
Jake.
taking a picture and I'm sending it to Jake.
Oh my god.
I was like, yes, I got it. I got it to Tyler, but he's gonna play the game. Gotta wait.
Amazing. Amazing.
This is why Jordan wanted you here.
Yes.
I am senior crewman beef stroganoff.
I'm senior crewman Beef Stroganoff.
Woo. The best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think.
At least it's easy because he's definitely looking way above you. So
Right? Oh, you see the little necktie? I didn't realize it, but it's a fish.
It's a, yeah, it's a
yeah.
lobster.
Oh,
Or no, it's a fish.
No, it's a fish.
It looks like a lobster because the
the arm
thing
thing.
going out. Yeah, it's arms.
You know, it's just a
Mr.
fish.
Stroganoff is
Here we are in finest part of Burya steamship for very important reasons. I apologize for any Russians that are listening to this because this is not a good representation of anything about.
What sort of very important person?
Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. That is why I'm always guarding this place.
Gosh, that's amazing.
But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganoff is not animal.
Thank you?
If I may, I was wondering. Is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied?
Da!
Susato-san, did you understand that?
It sounded like da. It's probably Russian for yes or no.
Genius.
It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation.
Well, it sounds like there's somebody in the next door cabin at least.
Yes, it's tantalizing.
God, she is really like Maya.
Did you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next door to Mr. Sogi's?
His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. He is a very important Western gentleman.
A Western gentleman?
Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy.
How could you be so sure about that?
Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. Fuck.
That was harsh.
Look, Biff Stroganoff, you need to calm down.
Could you tell us when Mr. Royalot came aboard?
That is not your business.
Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Kazuma's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there was anyone there.
Well, presumably, since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right?
Is Herlock Sholmes not in first class?
No. Why would he be?
It just makes me laugh to think about that. That is not your business.
Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff?
Da, all time. So criminals like you cannot come in or get out.
Ooh, I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all?
It is sad about student boy.
Were you on watch last night as well?
Of course.
And did you notice anything anything at the time at all? Anything unusual?
Ha! Niet!
Susato-san, did you understand that?
It was clearly a no.
I saw nothing unusual.
Or maybe it was a yes.
Nothing at all.
You didn't hear any strange noises? Or sense anything was wrong in some way?
Why is he looking away from me? Why can't you, big Biff Stroganoff, not look me in the eyes? I said no!
Sorry. I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there.
I think Captain might have some involvement here. This is enough. I cannot say more now.
Oh.
It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin.
Yes, alright.
Bulkhead to second-class area, staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain, or as English say, when pigs fly.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, that guy is definitely big dick Jake energy.
Right?
Good. Now we can investigate this area properly, shall we?
Definitely.
Okay, we'll just go completely against the man who could probably cave my head in like a watermelon. We're just gonna go against what he has to say.
Look on top of the table there. Really is huge. There's a pen with it too.
Big man needs a big book.
Oh my god. Yes, I'm sure that's the ship's log.
Shall we have a little look through it?
The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded.
Oh wow, the guy's got good penmanship.
You couldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting.
Oh, I want to see it now. Come on, show it to me.
Anyway, look here. Last night's log is mostly blank.
Presumably that means there was nothing to report.
But we brought food. Yeah, didn't we order food? So shouldn't that have been locked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tyler. Yeah. This looks like a plan of the SS yeah. It shows each deck. Look.
The Buria, yeah, is the large-scale steamship with triple skin hull. What a marvel of engineering. What a marvel of engineering, that's what I meant to say.
Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't sink to the bottom of the ocean?
Oh, that's really quite simple, Nahuda-san.
It is?
Oh man, I'm gonna be able to use my barotrauma knowledge in this. Hell yeah.
Well, consider the Japanese
Archipelago.
Okay.
Noun. Archipelago.
Yeah, that's the only reason I know how to pronounce that word too.
The islands of Japan.
What?
Archipelago. Noun. Archipelago. Noun. It's from Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Oh. Yes, they're not metal, but they're enormous lumps of earth, many, many times larger than the ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them.
Well, I suppose so. Archipelago. No.
That light's off. Yeah, I'm just gonna look at the door.
That's the way to the second-class area of the ship.
My neck gets snapped and it's game over.
Is something wrong?
I was thinking about making a run for it just for a moment.
What?
Things aren't exactly going well for me.
You're on a
Okay,
boat in the middle of the ocean. Where are you gonna go?
I might be wrong, but imagine the moment you reach for the handle of the door. That burly seaman would surely shoot you dead.
Fuck. First, I'm gonna get my neck snapped by the other guy, and then I'm gonna get shot by that big guy. I would have thought vice versa.
I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far there.
No, I started with my own talk of running away.
But you did kill Kazuma-sama.
Shut
So-
up. And there's no way I could run while Kazuma's death remains a mystery anyway.
You've killed my lover. What is that tiny thing on the floor?
That ain't tiny. That's a big ass mouse trap.
Ah, it's a trap for catching mice. Okay. I mean, it doesn't look like one, but
No,
you know.
it doesn't. But
Yeah.
it looks like a guillotine for rats.
Really
Yes, we have
does.
plenty of those back home in Japan.
Is
Although-
its name Snicket?
Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait.
Oh, it's not actually cheese.
Let me see. Yes, I think that's what they call cheese. It's made from the milk of cows.
Wait a second.
Cheese? What does that taste like?
Wait, what? Wait a second. This isn't like. What time era is this? Is this the 1600s? What the fuck?
You can't eat it, Nahudu-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers.
Really? What? I suppose you're right.
Go for it. Quick time event.
You weren't actually going to try it, were you?
All to eat in the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers.
That's a little sad, yeah.
You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe.
Yeah, that's fair.
Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later.
Oh, this is actually caring. I like that. Alright, so this is an alarm, clearly.
What do you think this is? It's a very pleasant shape, isn't it? Pleasing
It's weird.
shape.
It's weird having to think like what these things are in the context of who these characters are, because that's obviously an alarm to us, but they don't know what that is.
That's an emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it.
Oh, and Ryunosuke is also
an alarm.
illiterate, so doesn't know what fucking cheese is.
It says press only in times of emergency.
Oh, this is
It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship and brings the vessel to a complete stop.
Oh shit. That's way more power than I gave it credit.
Oh, this is
Whoa!
What are you doing, Nahudu-san? You mustn't touch it.
What was it? Oh, this I
Oh,
have to see.
this I have to see. But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs.
You know full well that that's not what the alarm is for. If you were going to bring this vessel to a standstill for no reason, you'd be in an even worse situation.
You would be shot.
I wish everything would just stop. This ship included.
If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else.
You know what? That's some good advice there. Alright, let's investigate this door.
That's where you just came from.
I know.
First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin.
Not our cabin, it's Kazuma-sama's.
Sorry?
Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin.
You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home.
These cabins are the finest on the ship. My own cabin in steerage is number 539, by the way.
Oh shit.
500 and... How many cabins are there?
A lot. Alright.
This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The ones with the ventilators connect to.
Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging.
Maybe whoever's in the cabin can solve that particular mystery. Let's ask.
That's gonna be the Russian dude, isn't it?
Oh my god, that'd be pretty fucking funny.
No answer.
Kick the door in.
We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help us with our inquiries.
How annoying.
Oh! Oh
What?
no!
What was that? It came from inside the cabin.
Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Oh boy.
Oh, this is Russian guy. Stand aside. Never mind, it's me. I'm about to kick down the door.
Mr. Slow.
I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges.
Please, wait, Mr. Sloams. I can't.
The door doesn't appear to be locked.
The door doesn't appear to be bolted.
It doesn't? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What prey can I kick? Uh-oh.
I think we should go in. There's no time to think about the stress relief.
Kick it open anyways. You can still kick open the door if it's not locked. Oh, what's happening?
January, SS, yeah! First class cabin, number 2!
Who are you?
Oh, listen, gentlemen, this man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream.
A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin.
Ooh, this man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed?
She's in that bag right there. Get out, all of you, now! What? What? Oh, I must have accidentally clicked history. Please excuse this intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimsby Roylott, I believe. Yes, that's me. And you are? I am the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt. No. I am a great detective among great detectives. One who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. Ha! So I assure you, you must trust me completely.
This man uses that magazine like a business card.
Pretty good business card. A detective? I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So might I be so bold as to ask you open that small traveling case?
Oh.
What? Don't be stupid! How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Oh. Oh.
Don't look at
How
me.
many stowaways are there on this ship?
Maybe he's a stop.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, my. Did you see that, Mr. Nahudo?
Yes, the case just shook.
It's actually like an animal in there or something. Leave, now! Otherwise, I'll call the steward! Why do you have scissors with a glove?
So this is Kazuma's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott. There's no doubt about it. The strange Russian man is hiding something.
I couldn't agree more.
I said that in my mind.
What? Hold on. We need to get to the bottom of this. Sherlock?
Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns.
Yeah, I don't think all three of us would be able to stop this man. I'm gonna... What the fuck? What are you doing?
You have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes.
Are you pouting? Maybe he is a cat. You need only address me as Sholmes.
That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there?
Why, I was resting, of course.
It's making fun of you. Resting?
Indeed. I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service.
Oh!
And it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken?
Well, no, actually. You're spot on for once.
Oh, shit. Observe closely. See, he's got a newspaper out there. A Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why, the truth, of course. Though it should be pointed out that some such methods are not exclusively for the Russians.
Right.
Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it?
Oh, yes, please!
Well then, what you are about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case.
Oh, here we go.
Is this a cutscene? What's happening right now?
The new mechanic.
Wait, this is the thing? I get to play as
Yep.
him?
You'll find out.
Fuck yeah. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What? From time to time, it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness? The fuck?
I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you. Or anyone.
That's right. And Mr. Soames? I can't get it right. I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on first meeting, but I once read...
Don't judge a book by its cover.
It is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It's biased the judgment.
Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover, essentially.
Shh! I must have complete silence. What? What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I've quite made up my mind now. There could be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions. What do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you are about to end the existence of something most dear. His own hair. Are you not? Huh? And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn, you are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. His face is turning blue. Does it not? Ugh!
Oh, Nahuda-san! I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes.
That was a great deduction.
Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person.
What? What ineffable twaddling? What?
Twaddle.
Oh yes, I've read about it in the countless I can't read. I've read about it countless times in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. And now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. Ugh. This is like a dream come true. He's like the Steel Samurai.
I can hardly believe it, but all the color has drained from Mr. Rollett's face. It looks like somehow both of Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right.
He just stabs him with the fucking shears. How?
You're dead.
How could you? How could I possibly know such things, you wish to say? Very well then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So I do cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. Oh. Ooh.
Great deduction. The game is afoot.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would have liked it better if his pipe blew out bubbles.
That'd
Right.
be awesome.
Topic 1. Old man's
identity.
identity.
This looks awesome! So the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott, obviously what catches the eye in the first place. Fucking dude! Is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. Your beard. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard juice sports. I fucking knew it. Now, moving on.
Yeah.
Slides in the camera, too. The question then begged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular the fascinating front page article. Which, it would appear, you have read also, Mr. Roylott. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. However, the rest of your face is clearly not of that matching this. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. This guy's awesome. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Villain Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand.
Revolutionary on the run.
This
Cool.
is awesome.
Topic 2. Wrongdoing.
Now, as for my second conclusion, you are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than your mouth. Oh, that's some sneaky shit. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse. What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation. A young lady, perhaps? One slight enough to fit therein. No, it's a snake. Don't be absurd. And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'oeil betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. For there is another, most stimulating article. If we turn the fleeing revolutionary to the back page... Well, I gotta get the sound effect for snapping ready. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova.
Conclusion. Kidnapping of a young ballerina.
Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of the Russian enigma, Elemensky.
Ooh. Susato-san? That wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it?
Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow.
Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes. Could you come over here a moment? Stab, stab!
Pray, what can I do for you?
It's about your deduction. Would you mind?
Not at all. Go on.
Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but these two men look nothing like each other.
Yeah, his nose is pointy. His is, like, rounded.
Also, if you look at the face shape, his face is very long. This person's face is very short.
He also doesn't have a fucking mustache combo.
I mean, he does. It's just a very short. It's very long.
Yes. I recall a
What you
discussion
guys
earlier.
talked about, they look like the exact same person.
Totally.
And at the time, I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary. Well, able to revolutionize his own appearance.
In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott does look more like this man than you do.
Also, these glasses are smaller.
That's not the point. And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina.
Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman.
Not just at first glance, it is too small, clearly. And you'd be looking to fit a 5-year-old and crowded that really hard.
I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she?
You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15.
How'd you get rid of the one? No, I didn't know. How could I?
Huh. Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from that case.
Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe.
It's a weird way to describe someone growing up.
A little bit. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies.
Vinegar?
For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. Theoretically speaking, yes, there are people that can contort their bodies to fit into ridiculous shapes. Like the woman that shaped herself into a bowling ball.
Oh my god.
Oh dear, you might be thinking of some contortionist in the circus, Mr. Holmes.
This whole thing is turning into a circus.
Mr. Nahudo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now.
That they're, like, 100% wrong.
I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of the matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seems a little off.
So he's, like, right to warrant suspicion in certain areas. He just, his ideas of why they're suspicious is quite a bit off.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Your idea of a little may be a little off itself, Mr. Susato.
It's just one or two key words in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think? I was going to say alterations.
I mean, that's
Which
kinda...
some key words in his deduction?
Yes, but very tactful. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction.
So Dr. Wilson writes them correctly, and that's why they look so amazing.
Yep,
Precisely
that
the thought
has
was
to
going
be.
through my own mind.
This man has a lot of work.
I put in a lot of work, yes. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me.
It's not that funny.
It's pretty funny. Ah, and you, my good fellow.
Sorry?
Take a moment to look at your wrists.
My wrist?
Whoa! What the fuck?
Whoa, what?
What the fuck? Whoa!
Your handcuffs!
Hold the fucking phone. During all that schnazzy, were you did you uncuff me?
Oh, how did...
I felt that may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction.
We don't believe it.
I hope he puts him back in it at some point, though. During, he's just gonna be like, look at your wrists. What? How'd these get back on?
Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel.
He's a marvel, all right.
He's a character, alright, yeah.
Love him. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished.
I'm not worried.
Amazing.
In fact, I'd rather stay like this.
So, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Ooh, I
Course
like course
correction.
correction.
Hold it, Mr. Sholmes.
I like this.
That's pretty cool.
Alright, now it's my turn.
So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roy Lott, obviously what catches the eye in the first place. I'm not gonna reread this whole thing again.
But no, you should. It goes along with it.
Does it really? Okay.
Yeah.
Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. So we changed that.
Yeah.
Okay, can I get some water? Because I'm gonna blow out my voice continuously speaking. As
Yeah.
I should
you
try
take
to.
Take a quick breather.
Good
Ooh.
Lord.
Ooh.
This music is popping though.
Yes.
Alright. We waiting on Jordan still?
No.
I'm here. I'm
Oh.
ready.
I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard?
I doubt that's something I ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though.
It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Royal Lot either.
Which means I suppose that the deduction is wrong.
That's what the question mark was, I'm guessing.
Yep. Yep.
Let's try to switch a keyword here, Nahuda-san, and see if it helps matters.
Alright, but how?
I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Royal Lot.
Wonder if it's really his beard that he intended to use those shears on.
Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholmes' deduction better,
Then what?
then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Nahuda-san.
Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we can even use to switch around in that last sentence. What exactly was Mr. Royal really going to use those enormous shears for?
Is there a plant in here or something?
Yeah, you can look around.
What's behind
Oh!
you? Oh.
Oh, she's the girl!
Nah,
What's that?
It's the
It's a
ballerina.
ballerina.
Yep, press present.
Yes! Golden Law. Oh,
Ooh, this is cool! Oh, yes!
you were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport,
This is awesome!
right?
Indeed! You have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Such lush, golden hair certainly does not befit an old man.
You're not a man at all. You're a woman! And judging from the length and sheen of your hair,
One still very much in her youth. You know, Olivia, I think it fits you to be voicing her now.
Hold on. I gotta prep my voice. Give me like 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, Russian lady voice. I can hear her in the other room prepping herself.
if I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected.
Trying to give her a higher pitch voice too.
The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. That is incorrect.
Well, that was a shock. I had no idea the old man was really a young woman in disguise. Did you?
I kind
What?
of figured.
Why are you staring at me like that?
Yes, it was a surprise, Nahudu-san. I'm not gonna lie, I figured that out as soon as we walked into the room. You're enjoying this, aren't you?
On the, sorry?
You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room, deducing the facts with Mr. Sholmes.
Yeah.
I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything.
I disagree. I had a lot of fun.
This is strictly. This is so strictly.
Yes, I understand. Say no more.
Well, anyway, let's focus on the next part of Mr. Sholmes' seduction, shall we? The evidence that he picked out doesn't fit the facts at all. Now.
No, that's true. Given that Mr. Royalot is actually a woman.
Exactly. He, or rather she, can't possibly be the merciless revolutionary.
I don't know.
I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now.
Yes. Duh.
Let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we now understand them.
For some reason, this woman needed to try to hide her true identity. I feel as though I either read or heard about a young woman in a situation like that recently. Alright, I'll do my best. Man, Tyler, I can't wait to keep doing this. Think about it.
Yeah, this is so fun. I'm just gonna look at this. Oh yeah, that's definitely some long hair. It's just in a braid, so it's in like a spiral or whatever.
It's
so
in a bun. It's called a bun.
Oh, that's the part of the bun, yeah, but I was talking about this part. The lengthy part at the bottom.
Oh, that's just the side.
Oh, I
Just
also
an
realized,
accent.
can you guys actually even see my mouse?
Yeah,
Yes.
we could.
Oh, you guys can. Okay, cool, yeah, this is what I meant, the spiral part.
But continue.
Yeah. Nope.
Let me look at this thing that I just
Yeah.
looked at. That.
Article about ballerina. Here I go.
Alright, I'm gonna get my snapping finger ready.
The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina.
That's right, you've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name.
Yes, because your true identity is that of a Novich ballet prima ballerina.
Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Careful!
Dead.
Oh, okay, cool.
Dead.
Jesus. Could have died. Wow. She's beautiful.
And I
Yeah.
like how the bulky style now actually shows she has boobs.
Right?
Wait, what?
Yeah, before you couldn't really see her shape. Now you can see the shape of her chest.
I didn't even notice.
You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Babalola. I'm gonna butcher my own name. But please, I beg you, don't tell anybody.
Old man's identity. A ballerina on the run.
That means
So-
the second thing is... Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say it's completely wrong
Wrong,
right
dude.
now.
Now,
she's
as
connecting
for my
herself,
second
you know?
conclusion, you are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unawareness, Unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see.
Ah!
And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glances falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. It's a pet case. Pet carrier.
This woman is a ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes. Oh, not. So clearly, she can't be inside that traveling case as well.
No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all.
In which case, what is the crime this young woman is apparently committing? I can see I'm going to have to step in and fix the great detective's mistake again.
You seem to look pleased, Nahudu-san.
You like the
Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes?
Stop it. Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what the woman is up to. And yes, I am.
Oh, so good.
I've never had to do multiple. Oh, wow, that's just sitting straight out on the table right now. That's the tiara.
She's trying to steal it.
Yep.
Wow, look at the dazzling tiara.
It looks fake.
I've never seen anything like it. Are those real diamonds, you think? Shiny objects. Oh, Nahuda-san, try it on. You could be a
What?
pretty princess. Pretty princess.
Is it usually girls who wear tiaras? Wouldn't you like to try it on?
Oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful.
You sell yourself short.
Why does this tiara look familiar? I feel like I've seen it somewhere recently.
Wow.
Holy shit. Oh, I have to present it.
Yes!
Yes! I need to get that voice line for the next time we stream this.
The proof of your crime is surely this tiara.
Sorry, I was taking this drink.
Ah!
I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Novik Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in the newspaper article. And the reporting is to be believed. It's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In some area,
Crimes you have committed is theft.
Oh no.
Yes, you left your ballet troupe unlawfully, taking their precious tiara with you.
Ah!
I'd fix her hat.
I have no one left. No family. No friends. I am all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an heir? Persia? It belongs to me.
An Earl of Prussia?
Russia, sorry.
An heir of Russia?
Earl. This girl is
That's
only
also hard,
15 years
man.
old, and she's run away all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely.
Alright, I will tell you everything. There is no point in hiding it now.
Come, let us not be hasty.
What?
There remains one unsolved mystery about you.
Mystery? What do you mean?
The ballerina in the case.
You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I've ever laid eyes on them.
It's you.
Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'oeil betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the books on the shelf.
What?
He's completely changed tack on his deduction now.
I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to changing circumstances, don't you?
Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all this? It's just a wild guess, surely.
Oh, do you think so?
Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written in the books that doesn't even belong to her.
Yes, that's true, but still. Miss Pavla certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself.
And there has to be another reason why she won't open her case. And it must be somewhere in the same area, if that's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn.
I agree. That's the only answer.
Whatever she has hidden inside that case should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase.
Yeah, it's this one.
Yes!
Yes! Rules of passage. Ooh. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of the passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in the cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel.
That's a bomb.
That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents.
As we see, the trunk wobbles from time to time. But no weapon or other dangerous items could have moved on its own accord.
Which leaves one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case, I love this pose between the two of them.
Right?
They're having a blast running around the room. Yes.
Amazing.
It's the last. We have to say this.
Oh yeah, it's the last
It's the last
item listed as a forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage.
Of pets. We gotta work on that.
There's no way we're ever gonna do that.
Discord's.
Yeah, there's like a latency between Discord, so it's like we just have to
Dang.
read it as normal.
Impossible.
Yeah, we would just have to
Alright.
read it as normal. Let's be honest, they're not gonna nail it at the same time anyways, knowing those
Yeah.
two. That was awesome. Alright,
That's
I
actually
gotta
like cool.
I love that. That was cool.
Elementary.
Elementary. Isn't it element? Isn't it? What did he say before?
I mean, that's how he
Elementaries?
said it. Oh,
That was
so
awesome.
clearly, you aren't who you said you were.
No, I am not the Grimsby Royalot. Excuse me, not Clot. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct.
This music. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel.
Which couldn't have been easy. The Beret is a huge steamship with a fast crew. Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed?
No, she's getting helped by that big burly guy. And the other one, too. Maybe the whole crew?
They're
No,
all
then-
Russian.
Yeah, but then why would she be hiding herself? In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair.
Link?
Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. Oh, that's why she screamed, is because she didn't want to cut it.
Yep.
So,
Probably.
if it was just you about to cut your own hair, who was it that let out that scream? Let out the scream we heard from the outside the cabin?
That veritable tinkling of a bell? By none other than this young lady, naturally.
More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me.
I was so scared when I ran away to Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. Trying my best for a higher Russian voice. My Russian voice is too low. That is why I decided to, how do you say, disguise myself? So no one would recognize me.
Disgust myself.
Disgust myself.
Yeah, disgust. Oh.
Honestly, a deeper one might fit for her anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying it out. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man. I see. I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then, just before you came here, I saw in the newspaper.
Oh, that's why she screamed.
Right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened. I couldn't stop screaming.
Yeah, so she wasn't screaming because of the hair, she just screamed because she saw something.
I knew that if I didn't change my appearance completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut off all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and...
Those are not scissors. Let's be honest here. At that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Oh yeah, why didn't she lock the door?
Oh. Things happen. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they?
Oh. Things do indeed happen like that from time to time.
Were those two even talking about the same thing?
Nope.
There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case?
Bob?
Fawcett? You were right. It is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. It's a snake. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say anything to the crew...
Your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us, in as much detail as you can muster, about the events of last night. Oh, this guy's a good guy still. I like him.
Yes, alright. I will tell you.
Of course he's a good guy. He's Sherlock Holmes.
No, he's Sherlock
Well-
Holmes.
Sorry, Sherlock Holmes.
Well, Mr. Nahuda? Wasn't it something Mr. Sholmes' great wasn't it something? Oh.
It was definitely something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Belova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible.
Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, and one more thing.
Oh, yes? What?
Look down
Check
at your
your
wrists. Observe your wrists.
My...
Damn it! Your hands are cuffed again!
What? But how?
True to my word, I've restored your shackles.
When and why?
It's for your own good, let's be honest here.
You weren't kidding, they do show your hands this one.
Yeah?
There is still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Nahudo.
I'm
I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment.
Can't it? Really?
No, it's for your own good. If you were unshackled, you would get shot easily.
Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavla has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what's the speckled band that Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary. What? Oh my god, wrote about in his diary. It really was. That's English.
But first...
I am a student.
Can I show you this? I'm actually a university student from the Empire of Japan, you say? You see.
That means nothing to me.
No, why would it?
Mr. Naruto, if you're determined to flaunt your Yumi badge, at least choose a Japanese person who might recognize it.
Mr. Sato, can I show you this?
Yes.
Maybe later.
Ooh, I could show Inspector Hosaganaga too.
Hazanaga.
All right, that was so worth it.
Word.
Oh fuck.
What happened last night? Do you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night?
One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast.
How'd you eat breakfast with a fake beard on?
The man who died, he was a friend of mine.
Oh,
That's why we're trying to find out what happened.
That music cut hard.
Oh yeah, it sure
Did you
fucking
notice
did.
anything unusual last night?
perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example? Perhaps people talking?
Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded.
Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed it if that had happened.
Miss Pavla, is there anything you can tell us?
I don't know. Oh, her music is so sad. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me.
Oh, I see.
Hold on, I just want to look at something real quick. Why is this on the floor? Eh. Oh, that's for the pet. That's adorable. I'm gonna investigate it.
Let me see.
Don't touch!
Huh?
I will tell you what I know about last night, but please. You must not touch my things. How do you say? Forbid it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's just... As well you should be, young man. What vulgar manners you have. Poking around on a young lady's private belongings. Neither shall I allow it. It's a fucking plate on the
hypocrite.
floor. That's very true, actually. But it's a plate on the floor. Whatever. Alright, well, clearly she's gonna say that with everything I say.
I also like how the chair conveniently hides the tiara if you're not looking at it from the right angle.
Yeah, you're right.
So you can't tell when you walk into the room that it's there unless you investigate earlier.
Clever. That's clever.
You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? Bitch, you know it?
Are you like getting away from your microphone? What is happening? Right
No. What? No.
We're dying for a second, Jordan.
Uh,
Da. I am traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I want to start a new life.
That's pretty sad. This sounds pretty real to me. You wish to forget. A challenging proposition when you have that striking tiara as a reminder.
But the tiara is mine. I needed to live.
What the fuck? What?
Money. Money.
Well, I mean,
To sell it for money. I have no money of my own. The Novakich ballet only gives us only little food and water. We must dance all over the world.
Oh.
I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me.
So borderline just abuse.
It's borderline slave trade.
Yeah.
So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes. And the crew of the ship, they have all been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin.
There we go. So the entire crew is definitely in on it. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum.
Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Nahudo?
Me? Oh, well, of course. Yes, of course. I think we should hear Miss Palova's explanation. To what conundrum, I'm not sure, but...
Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. Uh-oh. I don't like that. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. However, the SS Buria stopped by no port last night. Ooh.
Ah, that's it, of course.
So how is it, pray, that you came to be aboard?
Now that I think about it, the crewmen outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked them about the occupant of this cabin came aboard. When the occupant of this cabin came aboard. What?
Ink.
That is not your business.
He's gonna be like as soft as a teddy bear. He'll
Oh,
melt as soon as he sees her.
Easily.
Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something.
I mean, she's adorable, let's be honest here. She's super pale.
Russian.
Doesn't necessarily mean shit.
An angel descent from the heaven, bringing grace and beauty to the stage.
That doesn't sound like a good thing.
Sorry, when was that?
It's how the Russian newspaper described one of my performances.
Oh, never mind. It's much better than I thought.
And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens, because I am an angel.
Okay, now we're getting a little bit crazy. Did she get flown in? Did she parachute in?
Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid.
Mr. Sholmes once said, I can never resist the touch of a dramatic. It seems that Miss Pavlova is the same. Am I saying that right? I don't know if I am.
Pavlova.
Pavlova, okay.
Correct. Yeah.
A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection, words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, in fact.
Yes, Mr. Showy. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Palova is going to tell us what really happened. So, the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right?
I don't think animals are allowed on board, according to the rules of passage. Oh, please, don't tell. Don't tell any of the crew. If they found my brushes...
Then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. That's a little harsh!
Oh, reassuring, Mr. Sholmes.
Jesus Christ, man. Have some tact.
What sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? Is it? Is it?
Maybe
in
an adorable, maybe
my
an
bad.
adorable little rabbit?
Ha! You credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you?
Oh? Don't they have small rabbits there then?
You may well ask. I have no idea. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken!
Really?
Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call. Daily fresh eggs. And when adversity strikes, could satisfy the needs of sustenance. Oh my god.
So you eat your friends? I'll remember that.
No.
No.
Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed.
She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet.
It's a fucking...
It's something I'd like to show. I'd like to show her. I think maybe she might be able to shed some light on it.
Do you show the one thing that our buddy wrote down?
Some whistling.
Not the whistling part. The second half of it.
I think you should show her a picture of the dead body.
Hold the fucking phone. Hold the fucking phone. The
Holding the
wardrobe. This opens to the other wardrobe. It's on the same wall.
That's...
It's a secret entrance from this cabin to that cabin.
But if that were true, wouldn't it be
Yeah,
the
wouldn't
other
you-
wardrobe? So it opened to
Wouldn't
you?
yeah, wouldn't you be inside of the wardrobe when that happens?
Right, but you were asleep, unconscious. Put to sleep with medicine, or whatever fucking was in the food. That's why you can't remember anything. They could have easily just pulled him into this room, done what the D over there, and then put him back in. Oh, but wait, there was a seal in the front. Never mind.
You need to present something
Yeah.
to her to get her to talk about the snake.
Definitely show her the picture of the dead body. That seems like the best idea.
Yeah, definitely. Traumatize her just a little bit more.
Yeah, present this.
Like that. So this is the diary of my friend who passed away.
His diary?
Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, at 1:35 a.m., what looks like some sort of speckled fan is dangling from the ventilator grill.
Wouldn't this... I wouldn't say 12 minutes is a few minutes later.
Yeah.
A speckled band. I don't understand.
It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentioned joins to this cabin, you see. It's up there on the wall.
So in other words, this cabin and the victims' cabins are combined together. Or connected together. Excuse me. Oh. Miss Pavila?
She didn't know that, so she put the snake in there, and it slithered to the other side.
Has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps?
Man, this was Apollo. His
No.
voice has been going off.
He
I don't know anything.
would have been going off like the entire fucking time that he's been talking to her. Uh-oh. Excuse me, Mr. Roy Lott.
Damn.
Quick change.
Damn. Yes, what?
Wow, she's fast.
Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once, please. Wait, so do they not know that she's who she is?
Alright, I will come now.
What?
You must leave. Now.
Oh no, it's fine. Don't mind us.
Yes, please, don't worry about yourself, Mr. Royalot. Get out!
He's gonna kill him.
The passenger said out, or do you want me to throw you out?
It
Is
looks
this-
like we'll have to leave investigate this cabin until later.
What were you saying, hon?
I was gonna say his tie was moving like it was a flopping fish.
Oh.
What a pity! What a pity!
Huh.
And so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavila's cabin, we were on Tyler.
Ceremoniously.
unceremoniously chased out.
We were, Tyler.
This is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown out into the passageway outside.
Oh shit!
To be continued.
All right, now Jordan, how long is this case? Like
halfway
the trial?
through.
Well, no, I'm saying like how long is this trial part?
You want spoilers?
Well, I'm just.
Is it like 5 parts?
Do you want spoilers?
Well, no, I'm just curious as to like because it's 7 o'clock right now. Oh
Yeah,
wait, investigation part 2. Oh, there's 2 parts to this investigation.
You
Oh my
want
God.
spoilers?
Never mind.
There's no trial.
Ah.
This game is going to consist of half trials and half investigation, and that. Pretty much the trial part is the deduction.
Tyler, this is gonna take another 4 hours.
Well, I say we're about halfway through now, so.
We'll get.
Just afraid that it's gonna go on until like 10 or 11, and a majority of us have to go to work in the morning. If not,
Who
all
needs
of us need to
sleep?
work.
You know, I think that is a good place to cut it, though. 3
Right.
hours in.
Alright.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that you make a very, very good point. That was a blast. Back to
Yeah.
Don't say it, because I already just said it.
Yeah.
It was there to get any Yes, please.
Yeah.
Stop talking to me.
Yeah.
Oh, the little background changes based off the case, too.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. The great Ace Eternity.
All right. I gotta say that one thing was badass. That was awesome.
yeah? We're about to have plenty more of it in the next chapter.
Oh, I can't wait. Gotta get my finger snapping on par.
What?
I have a button for a finger snap.
You got that for Ali Bondra, didn't you?
No, I got that a while ago.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
a button.
But either way, yeah, I think that's a good spot to stop at for now. Especially if it's gonna take a couple hours to get through the second part, and we do have to eventually get off.
Oh, Doctor's playing Civ 5.
Probably not, though.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you again on another Misroll adventure.
Bye, everybody!